So I got this question here. This was, should I buy a house? Should I sell a house? Should I refinance my mortgage? All these questions are home related. So I'll just start us off. I'm not a real estate expert. I'm not a mortgage expert. Just want to throw that out there now, just so everyone's aware. But from what I've read and what I've seen, because the COVID-19 virus, it's keeping people indoors, and people are being encouraged not to gather together. Open houses don't really work that well in this environment. It's not a great time to say, hey, a bunch of people come over and look at my house that I want to sell. And also with the economic uncertainty that's going on, people don't know if they're going to have a job or not. You know, this might not be the most optimum time to get the most interested buyers for your home. So on the seller side, it's hard to say, but it looks like now might be a difficult time to sell a home. On the buyer side, same thing. If people on the flip are like, maybe now's not a good time to sell my house, there might not be a lot of inventory for you to check out. So in that situation, you might have less to choose from. And so, but again, it's so early, we don't really know how this is going to impact everyone. And also on the refinancing side, which I mentioned a little bit earlier, on the refinancing side, right now so many people are excited because, oh, they heard rates are dropping, maybe we can go and refinance. And I've heard that there's been a lot of lenders who are getting contacted about refinancing their home. So when there's demand like this, there's not necessarily a need for these lenders to drop rates. They can, and they might drop a little bit, but because there's so much demand, one, they're like, well, we don't have to compete on the interest rate side, but also they're a little bit nervous about lending out so much money, because if all of a sudden all these people come in, you're sending out tons of money to people, because when you refinance a loan, essentially the lender's just giving you more money to go and pay off your existing loan, and then turn around and now they're your lender. And so in that situation, it's like, do you want to give all these people all this money all right now? And then you could end up in a situation where you might get more defaults. I mean, there's a lot of things to consider. I'm sure I'm simplifying this more than it really is, but that can make the whole refinancing situation a little more difficult, maybe not as financially beneficial right now. So something to keep in mind. So that's kind of the outlook and what I've seen so far on the whole housing market. Again, definitely reach out to some sources that are more in the weeds when it comes to mortgages than I am. I'm just, barely touching the surface, but that's what I've seen so far.